We're here at the shop. I'm going to be working on this entryway bench. Wednesday we put some epoxy to cover up some of the cracks, and we also did the old glue and sawdust trick. So today we're going to be sanding that off. Hey Tim, how's it going, sir? Hey, I'm good, man. I had a fantastic day today. I went hiking and then went to another spot and went hiking. And yeah, it's just been a fantastic part of my staycation today, dude. It's been great. What up, Land Raver? Today I'm gonna work on this bench more. If you guys remember from Wednesday, this epoxy looked like it was a little bit green colored, but now that it's hardened, it's looking black, which is what it was supposed to look like. So that's pretty cool. I might use a chisel to like kind of knock it down a little bit before I get after sanding it. Kevin England, what's happening, dude? How you doing, Kev? Oh no. Hey, yo, I'm making an entryway bench for my house. Yo, what up, Mr. Bubba Johnson? How you doing, sir? Kevin England, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Good news, man. It's great news. I was just kind of knocking off the big parts that were sticking up of the epoxy there, dude. Makes sanding go a little bit faster. And now it's time to sand this. Sand this down. Yeah, those are good saws, Kevin. There's a lot of those still out there, and people are still rocking them, dude. Dude, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely won't fit in the planer, dude. This is going to be a really, really boring process right here. Kevin, I have a video. That explains how to make those boxes on my channel. They're pretty easy, dude. It's a pretty easy project, especially if you get that bandsaw. You could cut the legs with a jigsaw, but it'd be much faster with the bandsaw. All right, dudes. So that was 50 grit, and I was using it to knock down the really tall pieces of epoxy. Some of this is epoxy, and some of this is CA glue and sawdust. Got it pretty good. There's a couple spots that will have to be touched up, like right here. Right here. A couple little spots, but those can be touched up, I think, with the CA glue. I do have to go over this with 80 and then go all the way back through them. But I'm thinking that maybe I might rather build a redwood planter box, dude, tonight, instead of just sanding for fucking 2 hours. We do need some more planters here at the house, specifically planters with trellises. And so I think I'm going to set this aside for now, dude. I'm just not feeling sanding for hours on end tonight. But this is starting to look good. I'll give you guys a quick little... Hey, Mike, what's up, man? So that's where it's at. You can see the spots where I filled with epoxy. Some of these spots were filled with CA glue and dust. I wasn't able to with the other planters because the owner of the nursery was out of town on vacation and won't be back till later on this week. So I was gonna go down there next weekend and hit up the owner and see what they said. So yeah, this one's looking pretty good. These spots right here where it has like a big run of epoxy in it, that'll look really nice actually once that epoxy gets sanded to a higher grit. It'll shine, so that'll look dope. But yeah, you know what? I don't really want to keep sanding on this tonight, guys. So I'm gonna make a planter instead. That'll be more fun. So let me get this out of the way. Dude, what time is it? Yeah, I don't really want to run my planter right now. So what I'm going to do actually is just sand a couple of these boards down real quick that I'm going to use. We've got some nice redwood here. And I'm just going to sand them at 80 grit just real quick, just to knock stuff down a little bit. Yeah, Mike, dude, I don't feel like sitting here and just sanding on that one piece of wood all night, bro. Be honest with you. I'm halfway through my staycation here. Yeah. I'll probably do that off the live, so that it's not just 2 hours of straight sanding on the live, dude. Maybe halfway, I don't know. But I'm just not feeling the sanding, bro. Not today, not like that. It's a personal project, just like the one I'm about to start. You know what else, man? This is going to be an outdoor planter box at my house. I don't care if it's sanded or not. So I'm going to not sand this one either, guys. We'll just get started on building it, dude. Let's cut that off. Yeah, still on vacation, Mr. Bubba Johnson, and still didn't get snow. And they changed the forecast to like we might not get snow now. So yeah, dude, I've been having a great time on our little staycation. Though we went hiking a couple times today. I spent a lot of time with my wife, dude. It's been super nice to just relax. Cook some good food, hang out, dude. Watch movies, go hiking. It's been really good. What am I thinking about? Oh yeah, the bottom is going to be bottom is going to be okay, -1.5, just as I thought. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's what life's about, dude. You know? That's what it's about. Take a little water. So I think now I'm going to cut a little, no. How did I do the last one, bro? How did I do the last one? Did I do a little? First off, we're going to need the nail gun. Gonna need the nail gun. Got some in there. Ha 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 ha! You gotta forget something, dude, so you got an excuse to go back, you know? Then we need glue. Gonna need a paper towel because I am sloppy with glue. Take this respirator off for now. Oh yeah, buddy. Look at these. Gluing time. Dude, I'm almost out of glue on this one. Yo, that's a good idea. Does he get a deal? I don't know why, but for some reason I can't pull the lid off this glue right, dude. I gotta rip it all the way off for some reason. So yeah, this is gonna be just a little planter with a trellis net on it, or a built-in trellis on it for my wife's wisteria. Little wisteria thing. Let's glue that. Let's glue that. No, this is just gonna have little stubby legs. I was thinking about the trellis net having, or the trellis having, I don't know why I keep saying trellis net, but I was thinking about the trellis doing that with a trellis, but maybe not for this one. This one's just, it's gonna get bushy real fast with the wisteria on it. But yeah, my wife wants a Zen garden, and so I'm building her a Zen garden, dude. Because that's how shit works, bro. You make cool stuff for people that you love. I think it would be cool to do a one of these that had a trellis where the outside wood pieces of the trellis, the frame, had the leaf cut out. I think that would look cool. I got enough redwood to do 5 of those planters today, so I'm gonna make plenty of planters. I might work on that bench tomorrow or Sunday and not stream it. Maybe stream it, but just seems to me like a really boring stream to just be sanding for a couple hours, dude. And I can't really put it through my planter because it's too big. Yeah, that's all redwood, and that is for planters, dude. We're going to get the yard looking sick. Pretty excited about that. Spring is nearly upon us, dude, and I want to be ready. It actually ended up nice today. It was probably like in the mid 50s. And we went hiking. We went hiking in a couple different spots. It was nice and warm, dude. I was down to my t-shirt when we were hiking. It was cool. Yeah, it was a good day, man. It's nice having the same day, like having a day off with the wife so we can go like hike together and do stuff. There's a lot of really good hiking like right by us, you know. Yeah, we're gonna get some colder weather here in the next week or two, but they keep changing the forecast, of course, because as you get closer, they have a better idea. But it's not going to be nearly as gnarly as they were saying, which is good. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out some little strips that I can put around the bottom edge here. So when I put my bottom boards in, I can nail that, and it'll just be extra strong. Instead of doing like a dado or a rabbit or whatever, I'm just gonna make a little shelf for them to sit on, whatever it's called, a little ledge. And it's gonna be, looks like 22 1/4 will be fine. So I'm gonna just go cut this on the bandsaw real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna cut two little strips for this side, and then we'll come back through and cut 2 strips for this side. Yeah, it's pretty strong like that. If you do it like that, it's pretty strong, I think, dude. Guys, we're getting close to 1,000 subs, dude. It's like we're at 860. I think we're at 865-ish. So getting close, man. It has been a hell of a grind. I think between the glue and the nails, that is not going to go anywhere. Be right back, guys. plan is a dangerous thing to have. Makes stuff happen. That is true. That is true. You know, I actually prefer to kind of wing it. I prefer to kind of wing it in the shop, dude. You know? Unless I'm making a whole bunch of the same thing, then I'll just make a template. But like stuff like this, I like to wing it. Yeah, that was Tater. He was telling me there was coyotes off in the distance, I think, and just put them in the house. You know what? I would rather not hear that. Yeah, that dog he would love to fight coyotes if you let him, dude. He just, something about coyotes drives him insane. Drives him nuts, dude. Okay, we got 9.5 should do. This doesn't have to be exact right here. You're just making a little ledge to nail to, so it doesn't have to be like perfect. 9.5 will be perfect. Close enough. Running it through the old bandsaw real quick, guys. I know the bandsaw is not as exact as a table saw, dude, but it's pretty good. And if you just needed to like turn it on real quick, cut a couple pieces, I like it better. I actually don't like to use the table saw as much, man. I prefer the bandsaw. You know what I saw, man, when I was buying these little brad nails at the store today? Is there's like, I forgot what the brand they were called, but there's like a really, really expensive brand of brad nails that were like twice as much as these ones. Why? I don't know. I don't know, man. Harry White, what's happening, brother? Harry White's our Harry White's our builder out in Texas. Yeah, I'm not sure why they charge so much more for their brand of brad nails or whatever, but I ain't paying twice as much for brad nails, bro. All right, that's glued and nailed. The bottom of our box will be very strong. Hey, how'd the show go, Harry? Hopefully you got some sales today, bro. Are these our bottom pieces? Yes, they are. They are just a... trim down just a little. Get there, buddy. What are you doing? Maybe a little more off. Perfect. There's a little bit too much that way. Yep, I gotta just take a tiny little bit off. Harry, how did the show go, dude? Dude, that's good to hear, man. That is good to hear, bro. I'm gonna take the tiniest little bit off again. Can I just fucking... Good to hear it, brother. You know what? I should take a little bit off this one to match. Perfect, dude. Hey. I'm gonna glue that. I'm gonna glue that seam in there, dude. Excuse me. Like a glove. I remember that. I remember that, dude. Was that Ace Ventura? That was a fucking killer movie, dude. That dude made probably the funniest movies of all time, I think. Jim Carrey. Man. Dude, hard to beat that guy when it comes to comedy movies. OJ was in The Naked Gun, I think. Wasn't he? When your glue bottle is like running out, dude, but you want to get like every possible last drop of it. That's where I'm at on this bottle. That's where I'm at on this bottle, bro. Trying to get every last little drop out. I'm making a planter box with a trellis for my wife's wisteria. This one's for the wife. For her Zen garden. That is a tight squeeze, bro. Come on, get back in there. Get in there. How many things have I made this week? Not a lot. What do we do? Monday we did carving night. Tuesday I worked on the bench. Or excuse me, Wednesday I worked on the bench. And today I started working on the bench, and I didn't really feel like sanding that much tonight. So I wanted to make this planner. So not a lot. Did run a lot of errands. Did run a lot of errands this week. Come on, bro. We'll wait. Get you in a second. Be careful not to shoot through, dude. There we go. Are those like super big? Did I get the wrong freaking size, bro? That is definitely not going anywhere, bro. Well, maybe. Nope, not yet. Give me time, bro. There's still plenty of brads to fuck up tonight, sir. I did have some that didn't drive all the way there. So we'll have to get Yeah. My brain just completely farted right there. Oh, yeah, so if I make my corners, I can use those to secure the other boards too. Yeah. So this is going to be 11 inches tall. So I'm going to make some 11-inch by 1-inch pieces to make for the corners. I'm going to need 8 of those. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum. Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum. So this will give us 5 of those. Is there another? Bro, is that one? How big is it? Can we get one out of that one? No. How about that one? No. Okay, we will cut another one. So, I'm going to cut some 1-inch strips out of here that can be the corners. Obviously, I'm not going to use huge ass pieces like that for the corners, although that wouldn't look bad. Maybe I could do bigger than 1 inch, dude. Maybe bigger than 1-inch strips. Let's see how it looks, though. Let's do 1.5. Let's do 1.5 on these. I'm going to take these over to the bandsaw real quick, dudes. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need another one. Hey, Gladys, hello. I thought you guys had the same last name at first, too. I was reading Langland as England. I'm going to cut 1.5-inch pieces for the corners, guys. There's 3. 4. 5. 7. BK, what's happening? All right. So, you know what, dude? I'm sure there's a better and faster way to do this, but as you know, I build with vibes, bro, and not from plans. So I just kind of wing it. So my plan here is that this will go here, this will go here. Yeah, I know it's not mitered, blah, 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 whatever. That's going to go like that. And then I can nail to that. I will glue this, though. I will definitely glue this, though. Yeah, you know, I like to do it quick and dirty. It's a planter box, you know what I'm saying? I'm not building a ballroom. Was the dude that played Freddy Krueger, his last name was England, right? Wasn't it? Where am I tripping? England. All I know is when I was a little kid, bro. We did have a shiner here, guys. Dude, there's a little bit in here. We're getting all of it. We are getting it all out, bro. Tonight. You know what I could do is I could just get it all squeezed out onto something. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Well, we went through that bottle quicker. Went through that bottle quicker than I anticipated. But right here, bam, dude, another bottle, bro. So I'm prepared. We'll just finger paint it on there, dude. We didn't get snow. No, they changed the forecast. Now they're saying we might get snow next week. I don't know, dude. Kind of got my hopes up. I actually wanted it to snow. That's a good idea. I didn't throw it in the garbage. I just set it off to the side for now. That's a good idea. I don't want to waste it either, man. I was thinking about waiting until this bottle gets a little bit lower and then turning that bottle upside down into that one. We have another shiner here. Ooh, a little bit of glue. That won't matter. That's going to get covered up, but we'll still get it. Guys, if you're enjoying the channel and you like building stuff and you like the vibes here, dude, hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 1,000, dude. We're at like 860 something, so hit that subscribe button, dude. Join the crew. We're here 3 nights a week, screwing around in the shop. We do have memberships too. Yeah, memberships are available if you want to help the channel out, dude. Help me do cooler projects. Oh, what? Really? Dude, thank you, BK. Yeah, dude, the memberships will help me do like bigger and better projects in here. As it is, I'm kind of like just funding this all and doing this all for my full-time job. And so the memberships will help out a lot, dude. So I appreciate you, BK. And I do put some extra content in there. BK, if you want to go check out my blooper reel, that's a pretty funny one, dude. It's okay. I appreciate you, dude. There's actually, I was trying to make like a commercial, and I just kept fucking it up. And so I put all the outtakes onto one thing that's in the member area. So yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you again for joining. And I post like kind of like more photos of my journey in the member area too. Stuff that I don't really want the algorithm to be looking at necessarily. Like I don't want to put pictures of my dog on my page and then the algorithm go, is this a dog page or whatever? So I put it in my member area, stuff like that. Dude, I'd like to see your new proposals that you wrote, dude. That's what I'd like to see. Okay, so now we can get these guys in there. We should glue these. We should glue it, dude. We should glue that for sure. BK, that puts us at 6 memberships, dude. That's crazy. Well, that's gonna make editing a little more tedious. Yeah, he wouldn't let me my dog wouldn't let me do that, man. He's a pretty independent dog. And like one time my wife bought she bought him like a Christmas like holiday antler thing that had bells on it for photos, and we put it on him, and the only photo we got was him with him snarling, and then shook it off and we couldn't get it back on him. just use your cell phone, bro. He's going with high production value right away. He's going to end up being a YouTube star. I will put the other long side in, buddy. What are you doing? There it is. There it is. Now we get on with this glue. Oh, look at that, dude. Easy. Barely had to squeeze it, man. Oh, yeah. Nail it from this side. What do we got here? We got a very lucky to be able to get some very cool tools. I'm gonna try and, dude, I'm looking forward to seeing your video, bro. Let me know. Like, hit me up on Facebook or something when you're about to drop that video, and we'll pump it in a live or something, and try to get your viewership up there. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know ahead of time, because I'll try to like inject it into the stream when there's a bunch of people in here, you know. Oh, is it going to be live? Or you just mean before it goes live? Yeah, I'm down to help you, dude. I'll use what limited reach I have to help you, bro. Is that just a touch too much, bro? Touch too much. Where's me mallet? Awkward. My dude, are nails coming out of there? Yeah. Okay. Okay. playing a little game called putting way too many nails in there. Is this going in? A little tight. Fucking do that. Yeah. I'm jealous that you got a CNC and a laser, bro. That's amazing. You can do a lot of shit. You can do a lot of stuff, bro. This is the upside down pinky on the trigger technique. Don't try this at home, folks. Yeah, that's dope, dude. I'm really looking forward to your launch, bro. So we have our planter here. It is about almost a foot by 2 feet. Now I'm going to do a trellis. Yeah. And I think I'm going to do Hey, thank you, dude. John Wick was a dope movie, and I get it, man. I get it. If somebody killed my dog, we'd have fucking major problems, dude. You know? Trellis. We'll do where's my tape measure? So we'll do 48's real big. We'll do 36. Well, 36 only puts it 2 foot above. Well, we should do 48 for the sides. 48 it is. She's short, dude. She is 4'10". She's 4'10", and I am 6'3". We are quite the opposite in a lot of ways. I'm tall, she's short. She's really chill. I'm a crazy animal. But our differences complement each other, you know? No, so a 4-foot trellis she can reach, but this is for her wisteria. So she can like train her wisteria, you know? I guess I'll end up training it because I'm the one with the green thumb. But yeah, I don't know. I could do 4 foot, 3 foot. I probably want to train it out this way more. Hornets be all over. No, so this leg, I'm just going to put some little 1 or 2 inch little runners on the bottom to get it up off the ground a little bit. I'm not going to put big legs on it. I'm not going to get it up high. There's a spot for it where it's going to live already chosen in the in the Zen garden that I'm going to build here. It'll have a little pond. We've got the little pond liner for it. It's basically going to have like little tiny little runners for the feet. Yeah. Well, it'll lift it up maybe like this high. She will definitely get gnomes in her garden, though. I will build gnomes for her. What am I doing, guys? Oh, trellis. Yeah, we're going to go 48 on the height. We're going to go 48 on the height. And I think I'll make the two side ones 2 inches. One. Two. Yeah, I'm into that, dude. I'm into that. You can pick my brain. I think we're already connected on Messenger, right? Yeah, I have some things that I've learned, dude. I have some things that I've learned about YouTube that will save you some time and help you out. So yeah, I'm down to chat, bro. For sure. I forgot to drill holes in this one, guys. Let me just drill some holes real quick. Battery's dying. Dude, I hope you're not cousins with your wife, brother. Oh, well, dude, if you look like me, I'm sorry for you, brother. But I will. There's a couple of pointers that I figure out about YouTube that I'll give you right now as we're sitting here. But let me just vacuum real quick. So one of the things, Mike, is you'll notice on a lot of channels, in a lot of spaces, especially in the woodworking and the maker spaces, that like there's a lot of like, hey, what's up? Follow me, or hey, I followed you, follow me. And there's a lot of, you'll see it on people's lives where people show up and they fish for followers by being like, hey, so and so, I followed you, and they're trying to get the other person to follow them, dude. That's, because if they really just liked their content and followed them, then they wouldn't need to say anything. But the thing about it is, when you've seen it in some of those live chats where like you get a lot of people doing that and people are like following each other and doing all that. I don't think that YouTube likes that very much, dude, because from what I've seen when I used to allow that to happen in my channel, it would tank my viewership immediately. Like as soon as that starts happening, it tanks your viewership. And I don't know if it's because the algorithm doesn't like it, or I don't know if it's because viewers don't like it, but like I have noticed that when people do that, the viewership just drops off a cliff, dude. So that's one tip, is stay away from that sort of follow me and I'll follow you and all that kind of sort of thing. The other thing is the common one that everybody I think knows, is to just stay consistent. Be consistent. Upload, figure out what your upload schedule is going to be. Yeah, no, that's fine. What I'm talking about is when there's just like a huge everybody follow each other circle jerk thing. I don't think that that they like that. It doesn't seem like it likes that, dude. The other one, is to upload consistently. Figure out what upload schedule you can maintain and just do that. If it's every Wednesday, if it's Monday and Friday, whatever it is. Just make. I think I already nailed this. And then stick to the algorithm wants to find you its audience, or find you your audience, because it benefits YouTube for you to find your audience and for them to watch your content, because it's just eyes on the screen for them, and that's what they want. So they want to find your audience for you, but they want to make sure that you're consistent, because they don't want to find an audience for you and then have you not show up. Let's take the shit out of that. I forgot to glue those. Oh well. And then another thing too is you have to give the algorithm something to work with. So it's like, having consistency in what you're posting, you know, like if you're going to do, plumbing hacks, you'll get your audience. I think it'll find you your audience easier than if you did plumbing hacks and roofing repair, and then the next week you posted mowing your lawn, and then the next week you know what I'm saying? Like, so by having a consistent like topic that you do, it makes it easier for it to find you your audience, I think. Now I could be wrong, dude. I'm not a guru. Also, the gurus, the dudes that are like their only content is to tell you how to do YouTube. Most of those dudes I think are full of shit. I've watched a lot of their videos and it just seems like when the dude's like, this is how you make your video blow up, and it's got 3,000 views on the video. Does he really know how to make the video blow up? So just stuff like that. And then there's some other things that I'm not going to say right now in the chat, but I'll tell you on the phone. And it's more about like dealing with certain things that pop up. And it's not a good thing to talk about, I think, publicly, but no, dude, I don't want to stir the pot, dude. But Mike, because you have the laser and the CNC, if you're doing laser and CNC content, then it's called your RPM, and that's basically, your RPM is what you get paid per 1,000 views on your long form videos. If you're doing laser stuff and CNC stuff, you're going to have a high RPM, because those are like, that's an area where advertisers know that people are going to spend money, dude. A laser isn't cheap, a CNC isn't cheap, and people are watching YouTube videos to see which one they want to buy and to get inspired to buy one. Like, think about it, dude. How many things have you bought before you bought it? You went and watched a handful of YouTube videos on it, or a bunch of YouTube videos on it. So they know. And in that sort of niche right there, you have a high RPM. I like that saying, Jack. If you stir the pot long enough, eventually you'll have to lick the spoon. I like that, dude. I've never heard that before, but that's solid. That's gold, dude. I'm going to lay this down so I can put some other... Oh, no. I'm running out of room to work in my tiny shop. We're going to need some cross pieces for this, and they are going to be 21.5, dude. Oh my God, that's gonna have to get fucking really scrunched. Wow, that's really flared out more than I had anticipated, man. And I don't necessarily want to, I guess that's not too bad. 21.5 it is. Let's see what the chat's saying real quick. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Mike. And I think that if you keep your sense of humor, I think you'll do good, man. I think you'll do good. $21.5. I forgot already. 22.5. 22.5, buddy. I guess we need to flip that around. 22.5. 22.5. Hey, I'm going to add, Mike, that I'm no expert, bro. I'm no expert on that subject. I've only been doing this. I've only been doing this for like, 4 months. I've been trying to grow the channel. No, that's cool too. Like, you do whatever you want. A lot of people do. $22.5. Oh. 22.5. Am I going to need more than... No, I'm not, actually. Tiny shop problems. I will add that before I started streaming and trying to grow my YouTube channel, I used to listen to like music when I worked. And I kind of miss having the music in here, dude. But if you play music, then they get after you. $20 a month for music, that'd be sick. Or is that 20 a month for a license to play whatever music you want? All right, here, I'll see you, my guy. That's on the show, dude. Now we're looking on nails, dude. Pretty low. Ugh. There we go, dude. I gotta catch up on the chat here. Oh, it's just like it creates AI. It creates AI music for you or whatever. You know, I like the other way I did the trellis better, but this will do. It'll do the job, but the other way I did it last time I liked a little better. It is a fairly beefy trellis. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Hey, what up, Pablo? Welcome. All right, I want to put some little runner, just some little feet on the bottom of this thing. Just some tiny little feet. Okay, we can do this action. Like that. To do the feet. Excuse me. Alright guys, we have her wisteria planter now. Let's check this sucker out. So there it is. So she can grow her wisteria in here and train out different layers of it, you know. Yeah, dude, I think she'll be stoked. What kind of band were you in, Mike? Yeah, I've had YouTube. I did a live stream, VK, where it was just like me and Mike and Lions and I think one other person. There was only literally like 4 or 5 of us. There was like 4 or 5 of us in the live stream the whole night. Really, there was barely anybody in there, and it was just like in my backyard. We were having a campfire, and at one point I was playing my guitar, and I covered a song by Camp called "By and By." I just played it on my guitar in my backyard. And their label actually the next day hit me up and they were like, "Hey dude, you can't play that song on your channel." And so I fought it and I said, "Hey, like it's a fair use. I'm playing it on my own guitar, like just covering it or whatever." And they were like, "Nah, hell no, dude. Take it down." So I took it down. I mean, I get it, dude. People are gonna try to do like steal people's music or whatever, dude, but like, man, it was really just, it was a live stream in my backyard, you know. So yeah, I was just playing guitar in my backyard and they were like, "Nah, dude, you can't play our song in your..." But you know, at least that tells me that my playing is good enough. It tells me that my playing is good enough that the algorithm picked it up that I was copying it. Ha. Yeah, I don't want to strike. So I made it private and they were cool. That made it cool. As long as it wasn't public or whatever. So yeah, dude. But that was unexpected considering, and it was it was my lowest performing stream of all time. There was literally like almost nobody in there except for the 4 of us, 5 of us. And it was one of the best streams. It's a good song though, right? It's a good song. It's literally 4 chords the entire time. It's like, dude, you guys can't like laying claim to the same 4 chords that are in almost every song, dude. In the same order. It's like literally the same chords as Wagon Wheel. It's the same chords as hella songs, dude. But whatever, dude. The nails I got today are just a butt hair, just a fraction of a butt hair too long. Oh yeah, then I played Master of Puppets, which surprisingly, probably because I didn't play it very well, Metallica didn't come after me for that. When I was a teenager in the 90s, dude, I was all about learning old Metallica like Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets albums, and Justice for All, Black Album. When the Black Album came out, I liked it. People are like, "Oh, they sold out." I don't I don't care, dude. It was still fucking awesome. It's still a good album, dude. People just like to be weird, I guess, man. That was a killer album. Nice, dude. How do you even do that? How do you get the performance rights? You got half a strike. They're like, hey, if that was a full-grown person, you would have got a full strike. Dude, with my hair like this, I look like the type of dude that would carve gnomes. You know what I mean? It's okay to not be good at stuff and still enjoy doing it. Who just showed up? Hey, what up, Sid? I have the hairstyle of a dude that can tell you what Dewey Decimal placement any book is in the library. Yeah, you don't have to be good at stuff, man. You know, if you enjoy doing it. There was a saying, and it's been attributed to a couple different people, but it was about surfing, and it was the best surfer is the one having the most fun. You know? The best surfer is the one having the most fun. So, like, if you got a dude out there and he's totally shredding, dude, doing all kind of tricks and shit, just ripping, and he's a dickhead and he's in a bad mood, then the guy that's having a good time riding little whitewater waves on a longboard and having fun and laughing is actually getting it and is a better surfer. That's a good point too, Mike. Your response to Sid's, yeah. Yeah, the first time, that's true. The first time you do something, you are better at it than everyone who's never tried. Dude, I got my hair looks like I could like serve meatloaf in the cafeteria, dude. Oh shit. Anyways, guys, here's the planter I made for my wife. It is a cool little redwood planter with a built-in trellis. Let me move it so you can see it. Oh shit, watch out, man. Redwood planter, built-in trellis. It's 4 foot tall from the ground, but it's 3 foot tall trellis from the top of the planter. I think she'll like it, dude. You know, I'm like a yeah. I'm like a penguin, dude. I just like find little cool things and I bring it to my wife. Like, here you go. Here's a cool rock. Yeah, you know, I'd love to get into wood turning, dude. And a lathe is on my list of things to buy when I'm not so poor. But I would love to get into wood turning. And I have a feeling that once I get a lathe, I might forget to do all this other stuff. And just lathe out. Yeah, you got to find your wife a pebble. I found a little Pez dispenser that was a little teddy bear today, and I grabbed that too. Everybody gets only one meatloaf. What's the expensive part? All the hand tools and the chucks and all that. I don't know. I do watch lathes. Like I watch I'm drawing a blank on their name. There's this couple, the Shoops. I watch them. I watch Turned in AUS. I watch a few different wood turning channels. Let me fix my hair, bro. There it is. This is the hairstyle of somebody that wears a muumuu and puts too many cloves in their ham. Yeah, the Shoops is a good channel, dude. I enjoy that one. Yeah, dude, I got the hairstyle of somebody that makes sure they drink their prune juice before Jeopardy comes on. Molly, is that you outside? Did you? Hey, look what I made for your wisteria. I made you this for the wisteria.
That's pretty.
You like it?
I love it.
She loves it, guys. They can't see you, Molly.
Fantastic. It's good, Molly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You get another one because I'm thinking of getting another.
You want another one of these?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Guys, she loves it and she ordered another one. She doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah, she doesn't want to be on camera, dude. Maybe at another time in the future, but yeah. Yeah, she's wasted. Dude, we're opposites, man. She's really good for me. Yeah. Will do, yeah. She liked her planter and she wants another one, so I think I did good. I'll tell you what, man, she's not with me for the hair, you know? I need to trim my beard though. My husband and cousin are all 4'10" and shorter. All right, this is where BK. This is where punctuation would have really helped you out, bud. Oh shit! Hey Gladys, hello. I'll make her another one for free. I'll make her another one for free. Yeah, she's short, man. She's a short one. I'm tall. Yeah. She's chill. I'm crazy. You know. I'm white. She's brown. We're different in a lot of ways, dude. And it works out. We complement each other. Oh yeah, I'm the same height. Actually, I think I might be shrinking a little bit as I get older, dude. I feel like I'm like starting to compress. Yeah, she likes it, guys. That's cool. I think I'm done building for the night. I'm down to kick it for a second and hang out for a minute. But yeah, I think I'm done building for that. Give me 1 second. 1 second, Abe. Bum, bum, bum. Jack Nicholson, yeah, totally. This is just a innocent beverage here, unidentifiable. Guys, I'm stoked about how this one turned out. You know, I could put some trim on it and miter it 45s or whatever, but it'll be okay. You can pick it up by the trellis. Yeah, it's pretty tall trellis, dude. 4 foot. You know, I need to like sharpen some knives too, man. So I ordered this. You know what? I could squirrel about wood grain right now, actually. Look at this one, dude. Look at that, dude. Absolutely incredible, dude. I don't know what this is going to be. Yeah, I'm thinking I might make it into like, keep as much of it as I can and make it into like a shelf that hangs like this, and then it'll have a little shelf that comes out right here, maybe that holds a candle or something. But like, I kind of want to keep this piece as intact as I can. I'm thinking a little shelf. Maybe it holds a candle and a little plant. I don't know. When you really want to trip out on wood, dude, if you really want to trip out on some wood, this is some madrone burl. Yeah, like a little nook thing. Yeah, totally, exactly it. We have a couple. I made a cutting board out of figured walnut that's like 26 inches by 14 inches or something. It's pretty big. This might be fun on the lathe. It's madrone burl. It is very hard. It's very hard and very brittle, but when you get it like, let me see if we can see the grain in there. The grain is just crazy, and there's like purples and pinks in this. Just a stunning. My nephews call me Trevor from GTA 5, so you might be one of my nephews. Polo. Probably one of my nephews in there. I've made some cool bandsaw boxes out of that madrone, but it is tough. It is hard to work with. It moves a lot, dude. It moves a lot. Like a lot. So this is like a little kit I got from Amazon, a little knife sharpening kit. And they had like a way more expensive version of this, but this was like the way cheaper version, and it was exactly the same thing, which is weird. So, yeah. It's got 4 grits of stone. It's got 800. No, it's got 400, 1,000, 3,000, and 8,000. And then it has this, which you use to flatten out your whetstones, sharpening stones. It comes with a little thing to put your blade in there, find your angle, and then this. Not sure what this one is for, dude. And it came with a little strap. So I wanted to sharpen. Where is it? I wanted to sharpen this little knife here, dude. Let's put some stuff where it goes real quick. Is it white strap compound? No, it's like a rock, dude. It's like a stone. What does it say it is? Oh, this piece of paper says it's a fixed stone for leveling sharpening stone. So maybe run it across the sharpening stone to level it, but I thought that's what this was for. I don't know. It was a good deal. It was like $25 for all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know what it is. Got the right grit going on here. 400. That's not going to hold that knife, so we will just have to do it like this. Good night, Gladys. Good to see you. Oh, 1 sec. 1 sec, dude. I ordered and received 3:30 in the afternoon. Or holy smokes, a whole bunch of this size of basswood so that I can do. Be right back. So I ordered a bunch of these size blocks, right? So I can make a bunch of these gnomes. So I can put these on top of those walnut little mini cabinets, little jewelry box that I make for the handle, right? So this will be the top handle for the box. And I'm going to call them guardian boxes, bro. Okay, back to sharpening. Man, I can get distracted so easy. Where's my burr? There it is. Whew. Okay, we're getting there. Who's there? Hello and welcome. Today we made this beautiful planter box with a built-in trellis out of redwood, a local wood here. And then now we're just sharpening knives, hanging out, shooting the breeze. Hanging out down downtown by myself. Water, 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 water. There we go. Hey, good night, BK. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for becoming a member. That helps a lot, dude. It's much appreciated. I do have some footage from today's adventures in the mountains that I am going to put in the members section either later tonight or tomorrow. Let's go to the next level here. 3,000. Are you talking to me, Mike? That is a thirsty, thirsty stone, dude. Will do. I'll check it in a sec. Well, I got to get off because before I can check it, because that's the phone that it's on is the one I film with. Dude, that is a thirsty wet stone. It is just taking it all, bro. Thirsty, thirsty. Here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. Is it crazy wood grain? Dude, do you think I should have a carve a gnome challenge? You guys think I should do a carve a gnome challenge? I mean, there won't be a prize or anything. It'll just be a holy fuck, that is sharp, dude. Holy smokes. What if I did like a carve a gnome challenge, you know? Like people could carve gnomes. Put it on the community page and we could see everybody's gnomes. Do you think we should maybe we should limit it to hand tools? Because if we allow the Dremel, then the Dremel guys are gonna just dominate, dude. They will dominate. But like, you know, maybe like knives and chisels or something. Or maybe we do say, hey, Dremel guys, you can do it. Who cares? You know, who cares, dude? Yeah, we'll say any tools. Fuck it. It's all in good fun. Or CNC. I don't know, CNC. You're not really carving it on a CNC. You're still carving it with a Dremel. Should we allow 3D printing? 3D printing guys will make the most realist ass looking gnomes ever. Maybe let's do hand tools. No power tools. Why is it so? I mean, that's a point. Why is it so relaxing to sharpen a knife, dude? I feel it's very, very peaceful. It's a Dremel's a hella fast knife, hella fast spinning knife thing. But that's a good point. It is a knife, technically. I think it's sharp as a motherfucker, dude. Let's strop it. You guys have any thoughts on why it's so relaxing to sharpen a knife, dude? Why is it so relaxing to sharpen a knife? Dude, what? You got a freaking plasma CNC, my guy? Very hot knife. Jack, I'm gonna have to go check you out, dude. I think. Knife engraving. Yeah, dude. Nice. I'll clean up this water that I spilled here. I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty good sharpening kit for like $25, dude. You know, or however much it is, like 25, 30 bucks on Amazon. And there was kits that were exactly the same, had the exactly same stuff on Amazon, clearly made in the same factory, that were twice as much. So I guess it just matters what name they put on it, you know? Nice. I built I once built a drone that ran off 6S batteries. It was like 100 mile an hour and like 2-second drone that ran the FPV goggles. And my buddy taught me how to build that. And it was pretty sick, dude. And I built it and it hauled ass. And I had crashed and destroyed it like the second flight that I had it. Yeah, I have a feeling like she was right, bro. She knows you. And let's be honest, dude. An unmanned lawnmower coming for you would be hella scary, dude. Holy smokes, let's test this sucker, dude. We're going the wrong way on the grain. That's all right. Oh yeah, dude, we can get to the like tiniest little. Pretty sharp, dude. Pretty sharp. But I think I might sharpen it even more tomorrow, dude. I might spend an hour sharpening this little fucker tomorrow. But that's like really very sharp though. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit it, man. Thanks everybody for hanging out. That was a fun night. And I'll be back on Monday for sure, but I might do another stream on Sunday. Depends if you guys are into watching me sand the same board for 2 hours or not. So good night, y'all. Good to see you. I'm gonna check my messenger as soon as I sign off here. Have a good weekend, you guys, if I don't see you.